Welcome to Florida CraftArt. If you have already been here and a longtime supporter, welcome back. This is part of our series, and of course, via Zoom, we're highly encouraging everyone to come in and view the gallery and this incredible exhibition. You can see it behind me and a couple of our virtual backgrounds to get a little sneak peek, and we're going to take you on a whirlwind extensive tour of the exhibition. As you know, if you don't already, but if you don't, our mission is to grow the statewide creative economy by engaging the community and advancing Florida's fine craft artists and their work. We have over 250 fine craft artists in our gallery, and our statewide nonprofit organization is headquartered right in the heart of downtown St. Petersburg, and we're on the corner of 5th and Central. You can see our location there, iconic red awnings and a beautiful, beautiful corner location. We're open 7 days a week. And on our second floor, we have 20 artist studios, and those are the art lofts. And so those are open by appointment. And we also have those open on our second Saturday gallery walk. This exhibition, as all of our exhibitions, cannot be made possible without incredibly generous sponsorship. So I'd like to thank Mark Anderson and Keith Bucklew for sponsoring this exhibition. And we also are sponsored by grants from the Florida Division of Art and Culture and the City of St. Petersburg. And we also appreciate the live plants in the show that were provided by Drew Glazer of the Urban Planter. Again, it takes a community to put on an exhibition of this quality. And so we thank you for your continued community involvement. If you are interested in sponsorships, there are always sponsorship opportunities available. It's a great branding opportunity for your business or just for personal philanthropy. So Art of Garden is a call to artist show where artists were challenged. Their creative juices were pushed to create work for the garden or inspired by the garden. I'd especially like to recognize the outstanding job of installing this exhibition by gallery manager Liz Cooper and assistant manager Julia Culver, our gallery gals, as we have so affectionately named them. Thank you.
So now the exhibition gallery, which you see here, is separate, as you know, from our retail gallery, where it's only Florida's fine craft artists who have been juried in to be gallery artists. We present 7 to 8 curated shows a year in our exhibition gallery. In Art of the Garden, there are 92 works by 50 artists, one of our largest shows. Now we're going to take you on a quick virtual tour of the show, which is an overview, and it's not possible to focus on every single piece, but I will mention as many as I can. But please come in to see the exhibition because it really is beautiful. The garden gate at the front, the entrance of the gallery, is made from bicycle parts by Gulfport artists, Eric Folsom, and you can see him on the right here, where he is installing the gate for us. It really made a nice entrance, and by the way, that gate is already sold, so we're pleased with that. He also made this support and painted it to attach to the wall. Here you'll see 2 totems. The one on the left, the very comical one, is by Travis Blanton of Vero Beach. And on the right is a totem by Lori Landry of St. Petersburg. Christine Gintantine of Holiday, Florida, did these beautiful stained glass pieces. One of his dragonfly and the other is bee, and they're really beautiful. Actually, that's about the size they are that I see on my screen. Ceramic containers on the left with succulents are beautifully embossed and carved into hand built. They may have been wheel thrown first and then attached and altered. And they are by Sarah King of Tampa. At the right, you'll notice Duncan McClellan's vases, which are shown here. Those are hand blown and sand carved with his iconic symbols. And then on the far right, that little mushroom is by Matthew Sisdick, and both Duncan and Matthew are from St. Petersburg. On the wall is Zestful Zinnia by Michelle Rosamond of Tampa, who used palm ponds in her piece. Palm ponds. Palm Beach Gardens artist Pamela Carmen, whose pieces are against the wall, created these fun, colorful teapots from polymer clay, and they are really adorable. Ceramics by Kimberly Cummings of Tampa, who threw these ceramic pieces and then hand painted them. They're a process called majolica, or majolica. I can't remember exactly how do you say it, Kimberly? Unmute yourself. Is it majolica or majolica or what?
I always say it's easiest to remember when you think of Mallorca, Spain, Mallorca.
Mallorca. I was all tongue-tied there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mallorca. Okay. Anyway, Kimberly is also a board member, and Kimberly would have won a prize if board members were allowed to receive awards. But board members are welcome to enter our shows, but they do not receive any prizes, as staff members also don't receive any prizes. So if you see a piece, you think, why didn't that win a prize? Well, it's because they're serving as volunteers on our board, and we do so appreciate them. This piece on the lower left is by Doris Connor of St. Petersburg, and Doris is also the bookkeeper at Florida CraftArt. She threw this beautiful ceramic blue platter, and above them are ceramic mosaics by Lori Landry. Judy Freeman on the right made that fantastic flamingo, very ornate, beautiful, fun flamingo. And Judy is also one of our gallery artists. So on the left is a fiber piece on the top by Alice Pickett Lewis of Gulfport. And then this beautiful jewelry on the right is by Karen Brown, and Karen resides in Tampa. And these pieces really must be seen. They are just wonderful. The one on the right has sold, it's not available. The one on the left is still available. This piece seems to float in the air. Maria Saraceno created this. She wove this hanging wire dress, and Maria is from St. Petersburg. In the foreground is sculpture by Pembroke Pines artist Diane Lublinsky. It's the one with the flowers on it and the expression. She is also one of our gallery artists, and her pieces are always full of emotion. The wood sculpture with the violin is by Candace Knapp of Brandon, and the large planter is by infamous St. Pete resident Charlie Parker. And Charlie also created this wonderful rain barrel with turtles swimming on the top. He is well known for his large throwing capabilities and works such as this. Very well known potter in the St. Petersburg area. On the left is a one-of-a-kind necklace by Maureen Shanky of St. Petersburg. And it's another one that really has to be seen close up to be appreciated. The fly on the wall sculpture, which just makes me smile every time I see it, is by Melissa Menzer of Spring Hill. And the sculpture below that is by Betsy Orb Lester of St. Petersburg. And Betsy is also an art loft artist. Pictured on the right are two collages, flower collages by Sarasota artist Catherine Adele Schumacher. Actually, she lives in University Park, which is in the Sarasota area. The bench below that was made from the Granville banyan tree of reclaimed wood by St. Petersburg artist Nick Reale. And that is a lovely, lovely bench. And it has a lot of meaning because the Granville banyan was one that people didn't want to have torn down, but it was too diseased and couldn't be saved. So Nick is giving it an afterlife, and so it has a lot of meaning. The ceramic stoneware platters on the wall are by Mary Ann Chameau of Dunedin. The butterfly collage by Jill Lindsay, it is a beautiful collage, multiple pieces, and Jill is from Port Charlotte. The hand-painted gourd on the lower left is by Boca Raton artist Nadine Saitland. And Nadine actually won Best of Show in their member show, so her work is really outstanding. And the glass, metal, and stone flower sculptures are by Carolyn Baum of Bradenton. The sculpture on the fiber piece on the top is by Laura Pucci of Northport. And it's a very joyful, happy piece with buttons and embroidery and lots of different fabric. Matthew Siddick made this bird bath with hand-blown glass and sandblasting. And Gulfport artist Sandra Gianon Antonio made these bird rattles from clay, and they have been very popular. They're beautifully designed, very simple and lovely to hold. Kathleen Carrier of Valrica, Florida, made this magnanimous Mr. Mantis made from recycled plastic, cardboard, egg cartons, paper mache, and acrylics. And I tell people when they come to visit Florida CraftArt, there is no limit to artists' imagination. And this piece certainly proves the point. It's really fun to see. The Catherine Schumacher collage in the middle is called Ikebana, and it is surrounded by sculptures by Taylor Robino of Sarasota. And I wanted to show you a close-up of Taylor's work, which is extraordinary. Taylor is an internationally renowned artist, and she also serves on Florida CraftArt's board of directors. Her pieces are highly collectible and really beautiful. A lot of work goes into these. The glass mosaic on the left is by Tamara Simmons of Sarasota, and it's above ceramic scales by Alicia Diem of St. Petersburg. Alicia works out of the Moran Center for Clay. At the center is a found object sculpture called Garden Angel by Joyce Curvin of Palm Harbor. And all of her work is recycled pieces or paper mache. This is a little bit unusual for her, and really it's a beautiful piece. And make sure you notice the grasshopper at the very bottom. Lots of surprises in Joyce's pieces. Far right is a beautifully detailed fiber piece by Lorraine Turner of Clearwater. She uses embroidery and fabric collage, and it looks like the background may be hand dyed. The jewelry is below, and we're going to show you some close-ups of those. The top row of earrings is by Diane Hirschhorn of Bradenton, and the necklaces are by Kim Tadalik of St. Petersburg. Both of these artists were past emerging artists of the Florida CraftArt Festival. The lovely leaf bracelet is by Jennifer Sutton Rowe of Altamont Springs. Largo artist Barrett Hines made this droplet vase ceramic series on the lower left, and ceramic artist Jan Richardson of St. Petersburg hand-built this set of ceramic oil cans. They're very colorful, and each ceramic piece seems to have a personality of its own. Gulfport artist and Florida CraftArt staff member in charge of special projects, Elizabeth Neely, fashioned this fabric dress and adorned it with applique flowers, and it is magnificent to see. You have to take some close look of that. At the top left is an encaustic collage by Sue Hess of Madeira Beach. And Sue is also a Art Lofts artist and gives workshops in encaustic. And I took one recently and it was fabulous. The wildly colorful sculpture below is by Judy Freeman of Land O'Lakes. At right is a bug sculpture by Esther All of St. Petersburg. Esther was also Florida CraftArt Festival emerging artist. Lake Worth artist Victoria Rose Martin made this red-headed doll from paper clay and fiber. Below are brooches by Winchester, North Carolina artist Karen Osgood. These are brooches and are made from metal, precious stones, and needle felting, and they are lovely, one of a kind. On the left is a quilt by Ellen Simon of Parrish, and it's leaves. And I love the way that the gallery gals position these next to the leaf, embroidered and framed. They're actual real leaves that were embroidered by Kwani Malwali of Kissimmee. The beautiful wooden box with inlay is by Larry and Karen Burden of Beverly Hills. And Larry and Karen were also past emerging artists at the CraftArt Festival. Alice Pickett Lewis stitched this fabric landscape, and that has also already sold. It's a beautiful, you really need to look at it close up. It's interesting. Below is a sculpture of a squirrel with a notebook outlining methods of gathering and storing nuts. And that is by artist Joyce Curvin, and it's really funny. We can hear people laughing in the gallery when they read this notebook about how to do it. On the right is another bug sculpture by Esther Owl, and that has also sold. And underneath that are two ceramic pieces again by Jan Richardson. Now I'm going to turn it back to our board president, Tyler Jones.
Thank you, Katie, and thank you to all the artists that participated. Of course, our staff for installing it, the gallery gals, tireless work, and it is so well organized. And like Katie said, it is a super fun show. So I'm going to encourage you to come and we'll talk about that a little more. I am very grateful and honored to announce our judge for the exhibition, who graduated from Lafayette College, magna cum laude, with honors in art history. She held key positions at the Metropolitan Opera and the Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum. She knows a lot about gardens too, as for 15 years, she served as the New York Botanical Gardens, and since 2015, she's been the CEO and president of Marie Selby Botanical Gardens. We're honored that she's come up from Sarasota to be the judge for the Art of the Garden exhibition. Please join me in welcoming Jennifer Rominiecki. Jennifer, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate you, and I'm going to encourage everyone to come down and visit you in Selby Garden so we can continue to exchange the wonderful ideas and energy of art between communities. If you haven't been to Selby, it is a magnificent home for plants and art and performances and concerts. It's just a magnificent waterfront botanical gardens with everything you can imagine. And thank you so much.
And they combine a lot of art with their exhibits. Right now they have Robert Mapplethorpe exhibit and Patti Smith poems, and so that's there right now. So they combine a lot of art. So this is Jennifer.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Rominiecki, President and CEO of Marie Selby Botanical Gardens here in Sarasota. I want to thank Florida CraftArt for inviting me to judge this exhibition. It really was such an honor to participate. And I want to congratulate all of the artists. It was very difficult to judge this exhibit because there were so many wonderful works. So thank you so much for your terrific efforts in creating your artworks. So first, I want to start by sharing the honorable mentions. And there are 5 honorable mentions. And the first, I want to congratulate Eric Folsom for Garden Gate. I love the concept of the found object as art and very Duchampian, and this was such a creative piece that really caught my attention. Second, I want to congratulate Sandra Gianantonio for her wonderful work, Rocking Snowbird. The simplicity of this work is truly stunning, and it really caught my attention right away. Just because the simplicity is truly so beautiful. I want to congratulate Alice Pickett Lewis for her beautiful work, Garden Path into the Woods. And I was so impressed with the process involved with this artwork and the very fine detail with the stitching in the medium and the fabric. Just really intricate and beautiful. And I also want to congratulate Nick Reel for Respite, this wonderful bench made out of recovered banyan tree. Really a striking piece with wonderful craftsmanship and just beautiful. It caught my attention right away. And finally, I want to congratulate Nadine Saitlin for an honorable mention for Garden Mosaic. And this wonderful gourd piece with its intricate painting, was just so beautiful. And at the same time, the form so organic. Again, it just caught my attention. Now, moving on to third place, I am thrilled to congratulate Jill Lindsay for Rorschach Butterfly. And this was really a terrific piece. I love the process and the unique use of the butterfly imagery. It really had a modern feel and at the same time really creative. So congratulations. On to second place. I'm thrilled to congratulate Catherine Adele Schumacher for Ikebana. So this piece, I really enjoyed the collaging process by this artist. I really took a good look at this and, really enjoyed the juxtaposition of imagery and the whole process in this collaging medium. So congratulations. On to first place with Candace Knapp for Garden of Musical Delight. And I have to say, I really looked at the craftsmanship of this particular work, and it was at such a high level, and you could really see how much artistry went into creating this wood piece. That, really was executed at the highest level. So congratulations. And finally, on to Best in Show. So drum roll, please. I am thrilled to award Best in Show for the Art of the Garden exhibition to Michelle Rosamond for Zestful Zinnia. And this is such an eye-catching piece. I love the scale of it and the way the zinnia comes off the wall in 3 dimensions. Really a beautiful sculptural piece, very interesting medium and color. And I really enjoyed the large scale feel to this work. So definitely a showy piece that caught my attention for best of show. So congrats, Michelle Rosamond. And again, I want to congratulate all of the artists for their tremendous work in this exhibition. And I want to thank Florida CraftArt for inviting me to participate. It's really been a privilege, and good luck with the run of your exhibit. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to Jennifer for her judging. But wait, there's more. We always have an Executive Director Award, and this exhibition Executive Director Award is going to Karen Brown for Kaleidoscope Garden. Congratulations, Karen. This is a magnificent piece, and this piece has also sold. So congratulations, and obviously your work represents a very eye-catching piece and representation, and is so fitting. And obviously the public feels so as well, as it has sold. So thank you so much to everyone. And as you can see through the slideshow and presentation that Katie so skillfully put together, we have lots of opportunities to see the show virtually, and a picture is worth 1,000 words. However, coming into the gallery shop will leave you speechless, and seeing the exhibition in person, it's engaging. I was talking to Katie in the gallery today, and a great opportunity to purchase pieces that speak to you. They are outstanding icebreakers. They're great conversation starters, and that's exactly what art does. And we thank Jennifer for coming up from Sarasota, because that's representative of the cross-pollination that we have between arts organizations and communities. And it is our arts that build the community. Remember to come see us. We are open through April 19th, and it's a powerful creative show that you definitely won't want to miss. Remember to vote for your favorite artwork too in the gallery, and on Facebook for the People's Choice Awards, which will be presented at the end of the exhibition. We're open 7 days a week, as I mentioned, and we have lots of educational programming surrounding each exhibition. Part of the generous sponsorships helps to fund this educational programming. Wednesday, March 16th at 6 p.m., discover the beauty of Florida native plants for your garden. Join us in person and on Zoom to discover the beauty of these native plants for your garden with expert Marquette McManus from Wilcox Nursery and Landscape. Sunday, March 27th at 2 p.m., poetry reading with Helen Pruitt-Wallace, and other poets will be available for your listening and viewing pleasure.
And the
Saturday,
the poems I just wanted to add are all garden themed.
they are. And so we always follow our themes within the exhibition with our programming, from chocolate tasting from the Epicurean Delight to demonstrations and very, very rich programming. Saturday, April 2nd at 11 a.m., learn about Ikebana, the art of Japanese flower arranging from the St. Petersburg Chamber, Ikebana International. And Sunday, April 10th from 1 to 3 p.m., we've got a magnificent workshop, Make a Macrame Plant Hanger, with artist Elizabeth Neely, who designed that magnificent dress. $35 fee includes all materials and a handcrafted pot by a Florida CraftArt artist. The space is limited, so please call Florida CraftArt immediately to register. Now I'd like to open it up for anyone in the audience on the call to offer comments, questions, ask the artists comments or questions, the gallery shop gals about the installation, the process. So I open it up to anyone and everyone. I'd like to thank all 50 people that attended this exhibition virtually. It's one of our strongest showings of recent, and thank you for your continued support. Anyone want to jump in with a question, comment? Artists about their process?
Oh, Kimberly wants to say something.
I always want to say something. Hello. I personally want to thank, where did Michelle go? Michelle, for being part of my new profile picture with your beautiful, with your beautiful zinnia behind my, if you go on Instagram or Facebook, I made it my profile picture today. Congratulations on winning and just making the room just that much more beautiful. When you walk in, the eye goes directly there. So I thought, what better background could I have than your zinnia? So,
and I wanted to say, Michelle, that for some reason your name was misspelled on the certificate that she presented, but we've redone it. We discovered it. We've redone it, and we're sending that to you with the check. The place winners will all receive a check with theirs, and then the honorable mention receive the certificate.
Thank you.
Do you want to say anything as the Best of Show winner?
Well, I'm honored. Thank you so much. Never really expected anything like that. I have so many people to thank for helping me with the process. That piece sat on my easel for over 2 years in an unfinished state, just waiting for something to come out, and nothing would. And then your show came up, and I said, I've got to make something out of this. So I decided to give it a whirl and kind of recraft and rededicate myself to what it could be and what was hiding underneath it. And I just gave it my best effort, and I certainly never really expected to be anything even mentioned. So this is really, really exciting for me. Thank you so much.
Well, I think it's also a really big deal that the juror was the director, she's president and CEO of Selby Gardens, but she also has an art history background. So I think that's something to be very proud of.
Well, thank you. I am. I'm really excited. Thank you.
Great. How about the first place winner? Is that Candace Knapp?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, you can.
I can't wait to see the show in person. It'll be wonderful. Yeah, everybody was so good. There's so many good pieces. It's just a fluke of nature that I got first place, but
I don't think so.
Well, we love your piece too, so we put it on the postcard, which there.
I'm very happy, and it's amazing. Well, we all love nature. Nature is the big inspiration for us artists. So I'm not surprised there were so many entries and so many good entries.
And how about the second place winner? Catherine, are you on the phone or on Zoom? Yes.
I'm here. Thank you very much for this award. I'm shocked, actually. Flowers are kind of my go-to composition and subject matter. And with Ikebana, I tried to keep it simple. And my fellow artists have been telling me to create more white space. So I've tried not to condense my art as much as I used to, and space out the compositions with much more white space so that you have room to breathe, as one of my artist friends says. But I'm very honored, and I'm thrilled to learn about your museum and your activities and your shows. Now that I've moved to Sarasota, I'm just, an hour away. So it's great to know about you. And actually, Katie, you gave me my first show in Tequesta years ago, and helped start my career as a full-time artist. So I appreciate that.
Yes, I've been following your career, and I'm very happy that you applied for the show, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And so let's see, third place winner.
Hello. Yes, hi, I'm Jill. And I'm shocked too, because there are so many incredible pieces in the show. So thank you so much.
And tell us just a little bit about how you created that piece. It is very interesting.
Yeah, particular pieces with Yupo paper and alcohol ink. And they're kind of like monoprints. So I put the ink down and squish them together. And when I pull them apart, they create such gorgeous mini paintings of their own. And then I put it down on board and made a butterfly out of it.
And is it covered with resin? Is that?
And then I put resin on top of it.
I see. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't always use resin, but I do love the shine that it gives.
It's really, really beautiful.
Thank you.
I see Nick Criale is on the, tell everyone, in case they don't know about it, about the Granville Banyan and what you did with it, because I think it's a really nice story.
The Granville Court, which is off 9th Avenue and like 6th or 7th Street in St. Pete, it was a tree that was part of an original line of trees that was planted from Lake Maggiore to Crescent Lake. And there was a line of banyan trees around 1900. And there was only a few left, and this was one of them. And it had to come down, unfortunately, because it had a lot of rot in the middle of it, and it was going to crush a bunch of homes if it came down. I was lucky enough to get a big piece. The bottom 12 feet of the tree was delivered to my shop, so I was able to do a lot with it, a lot of milling. It was about 22,000 pounds of banyan tree. So the garden bench was just natural because I spent a lot of time on the bench during Little League. So I do know a lot about benches. And I enjoyed putting it together. It was very organic. So I love it. And I just did it picturing somebody working hard in their garden and being surrounded by everything, and then just sitting on the bench being surrounded by their work.
It's really a lovely piece, and I've told people it's okay with you if they sit on it.
Absolutely.
So you can come in and take a break and sit on his respite garden bench.
It's made for sitting.
Great. Now, how about Eric Folsom? Eric, tell us about your garden gate.
Well, my garden gate is made from bicycle parts, recycled bicycle parts. Bicycles have always meant a whole lot to me. When I was learning my craft as an artist, I worked as a bicycle messenger as one of my jobs, and I have a lot of spare bicycle parts. I've been wanting to make them into beautiful things for some years now, and I have the opportunity to do that now, thanks to Florida CraftArt and these wonderful artist opportunities that you present to us. It was a joy to make. It's an honor to show it, and I'm so thankful to be in the gallery. Thank you very much.
And you were a bicycle messenger at one point in your life, right?
I was a bike messenger in Washington, D.C. from 1974 to 1994. And
you still ride your bike a lot.
I do. It means a lot to me. There's a lot of energy in that piece.
Now, Alice Pickett Lewis, are you there? Alice, do you want to talk about your piece? Oh, I hope she's still there. Oh, maybe she left. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Kimberly, you want to say something?
I've already told Eric, like, I don't know how many times I've messaged him and everything, but I just want to say out loud so that everyone hears, like, when I walked in last night and saw your garden gate, it literally, not to be cliche, took my breath away. I've imagined, because I'm in the garden now, I love garden art, but garden art is not always what you made. And it just is, it's mind-blowing. It's so attractive to the heart. And maybe because you left a piece of yourself until you told me on Instagram, until you told me about your history with cycling and messaging on bicycles. I don't know. You left part of yourself in it to me. And so it just was the most welcoming piece of art to start an exhibition that all of these people on the screen just got to experience a piece of, and hopefully you'll all be able to stand in the exhibit hall. But you'll start with this amazing piece, and I'm just over the moon that I'm part of a show that has that piece in it.
Thanks, Kimberly. How about Sandra Gianantonio? Are you there, Sandra? I'm sorry if I mangled your name. Well, she's not there, but I'll tell you, we've had several people in this show want other pieces of work that has already sold. So you may be getting a call from Liz about that if you've sold. Now, let's see, Karen Brown, I see she's on there, who got my award, the Executive Director's Award, for her beautiful necklace. That necklace seems like it has some magic in it. Can you tell us about it?
Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I'm so delighted, excited, and honored to be selected, and thrilled that it sold. So this is exciting. I'm relatively new to showing at Florida CraftArt. So thank you so much. I really am honored. I made it with bits and pieces of things that I had kept from various design jobs, and there were actually little keychain bits that I took apart and used some of those pieces. I used resin, ribbons, old vintage jewelry, and I just took a lot of it apart and then reassembled it. And that's how I made it.
What about the stone at the bottom? It looks like, is that amethyst?
It was actually a type of quartz that is, it's like a healing quartz. So, I thought that it worked with the color palette, but it also was just, it made me feel good to include that. So, yeah.
Well, it's really beautiful. Everyone will have to come in to see it.
Thank you.
Did I forget any of the placeholders, or would anyone else like to say anything about the show? How many of you have been to see it so far? Raise your hand. Okay, well, we'll have to get some more people in here. It really is outstanding. So we hope you'll come to see it, and also to attend some of our other events, educational events that we have. So, Tyler, did you want to add anything else?
I just want to thank you, Katie, personally and publicly, for all that you do for the organization and our community. We obviously are a very rich organization with so much support, and it's this cultivation of artists, pun intended, that we have, from emerging artists that then display and sell and are then invited to other art shows around the state and around the country. And so we are very, very grateful and prideful of the fact that we can continue to support artists. And everyone on the call, please encourage your friends, your family, your collectors. Bring them by the hand or invite them however you can. Courier pigeon or Instagram or Facebook, whatever method that you have to engage, because that's exactly how we introduce more and more people to your wonderful art and the collaborative efforts that continue to exist with Florida CraftArt. So I'm very honored to be part of the organization. And thank you, Katie, for doing everything you do.
Thank you, Tyler, for all that you do to support us. And I just did want to add one thing. We haven't had an artist opening where the artists come to the opening. I want to explain why. We have limited space that we're allowed. So we have had some private previews. You may have seen Kimberly posted that there was an opening. And thank you, Kimberly. But I just want to make sure that nobody misunderstands. It was a private preview we have for collectors, board member volunteers, and donors. We so far have sold 18 pieces. If we had everybody at that opening, many of those people would not come because they didn't want to be with big crowds. So I hope that all of the artists understand that is the reasoning behind that. We treasure you, we value you, but we also want to sell your work. So please come in, bring people, bring your collectors, and come in and say hello. We'd love to see you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Have a lovely evening.
Bye, everybody.